Sunday morning. It's going to be very crowded out. It's supposed to get it up into the 80 or 81 temperature today. You know, I just don't think California is going to get winter this year. It just doesn't feel like it. It's been too nice. Now that all the fires are out. So, we're sort of in the city today. Sort of in one of those little green spaces, but the city's just right there. I'll show it to you in a minute. What we're going to talk about is a lot of things, lots of stuff to talk about. Let's start by a new study. Yes, another batch of new studies are coming out. I'm going to try and keep on them this time. This time it's about neonicotinoids. You know, the pesticide that's in so many of these horrible pesticides that are being sprayed all over the world. Well, we've got a new study, and it's quite shocking. Let's go down this way. So, this latest study was done in a Japanese lake. Well, a couple lakes. Because they couldn't understand why all the environment around the lake and in the lake had died off. The lakes were basically just sterile lakes, apparently. They're calling it a collapse of two fisheries. The researchers found that there were rice paddies not too far away that started to use neonicotinoid pesticides on their crops. The pesticide neonicotinoid chemical went into the water and went down into the lakes. Every place it touched or sat or drained into became sterile. Kills off fish. The two fisheries that died off completely were the eels and the smelt. Apparently they were both native to the lakes. They also found an 83% decrease in zooplankton in the springtime in these lakes and rivers. Japan started experimenting with the neonicotinoid pesticides way back in 1993. You know, now we've seen it. We've seen neonicotinoids wiping out insects, including our bee and our pollinators of every kind are being wiped out by this horrible pesticides, it looks like. Studies are finding this over and over. What are we waiting for? Why are these pesticides allowed on the market today? Why here in the U.S. are we increasing the use of neonicotinoids? Maybe that has something to do with the brain drain here in the U.S. It's really bad. So, I wanted to talk to you about a new report on oil and gas companies to stick with the new environmental. If they're going to stick with the protocol that has been reached by several nations, they must cut their production by over 1/3, about 35% by the year 2040. Right now, oil and gas companies are growing as if there's no limits. And that's what a bunch of them are saying. They can grow forever and have no consequence on the environment at all. Sounds like the tobacco companies, doesn't it? So according to several scientists, the oil and gas companies are taking Earth down a catastrophic pathway. Earth has now warmed by 1 degree. And guys, I think that's just so nothing compared to what's coming in the next few years. The reason is because, again, November 1st, 2018, CO2 levels were 406.59 parts per million. November 1, 2019, CO2, 411.02. That's runaway. That is absolute runaway CO2. So now we're seeing it, well, we've been seeing it in the methane. Now we're seeing it in the CO2. If you look at the graph, it goes almost straight up. It's extraordinary what's happening. We're really going into a place, and our politicians, what are they doing? It's amazing they're doing that much. And on another subject, in India, New Delhi is having air pollution that is extraordinarily bad. Let's get into some of the details. The U.S. Embassy measures air pollution in each country it's in. They measured 810 cubic something or other, but just remember 810, okay? I'm not going to go into the details of what it is, but it's parts per billion or million or of air pollution particles of M, and I think they're just doing PM2s on this reading, is what they're talking about. The safe daily limit is 25. So this caused schools to be closed, flights to be canceled, but of course, because men are involved, the cricket matches will not be canceled or anything. Air pollution be damned. The cricket matches with 810 on the meter will continue to go on. That's almost a death sentence to these poor players. Hard to believe that this channel may still be going when Earth becomes too hot and too poisoned for life to continue. At least big animals and plants will no longer be able to live here. And as I've said so many times before, that every human that uses fossil fuels is causing this trouble. It's just been so busy I haven't had any time, so I went for a very long walk today. I'm feeling it in my knees. So I think I'll just call it a day as far as this walk goes. We'll head back, put the video together, and here comes the ride. So I definitely appreciate all the ups, the downs, all the new comments. I love the comments. I tried again to comment and it wiped out all my comments, so I wasn't able to answer anybody because I couldn't see them. YouTube, your comment section is more broken now than it was just a couple weeks ago. You're going backwards. You need to go the other way. So leave your comments. Others can read them. I appreciate the ups and downs and the new subscribers, and until next time.